What's going on, y'all? It's Polo Sports Talking ENT. Back at y'all again with another one. Hit that like, hit that sub, and also comment as well. I wanted to go ahead and go live on this one right quick, get some thoughts and get some opinions on it. Uh, Before I get started, I wanted to give a couple of shout outs right quick. I want to give a shout out to Antis, uh, so local. Um, No, I'm sorry. South the local. Sorry about that. Not anti. South the local for being a new. I might be pronouncing your name wrong, brother. I don't know, but he's a new subscriber right now, and I want to definitely thank you for your support. And I also want to thank all the subscribers that pulled up to the stream last night. I definitely appreciate uh, y'all showing your support and your love last night, and want to apologize for not going live last night. I had some issues with my system, but nevertheless, I'm going to be going live tonight with all three games that are going to be showing. At least I know I'm going live for the Lakers and the Phoenix game for sure, as well as the Mavericks and the Clippers game. But nevertheless, man, let's go ahead and get right to it. Look, the NFL is definitely making more enemies than they are making friends. Okay, and you know what I saw today was really disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting what took place. Eugene Chung, who's a former NFL player and also a former coach as well for the Kansas City Chiefs, was told in an uh, interview, and I'll put the information and the link in the description so y'all can take a look at it if you haven't seen it by now. Uh, he was told in an interview that he was not the right minority for the job. Man, if that if that ain't a shot at the Asian community, I do not know what is. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got plenty of friends that are Asian American. My best friend, one of my good close friends, is half Korean and half African American. So that right there, and he played football too. He played football, he played basketball, played all the sports too. But that right there, that was just straight. That was wrong. And that's why the NFL is making more enemies than they are making friends. Like you sitting up here and you telling some guy that he's not the right minority for the job. Who the hell is you to tell anybody like that? That's what makes what. Why you think people do the stuff that they do right now? Why the hell do you think that these people feel the way that they feel and they do stuff? Uh, Coming back, uh, hurting people, killing people, whatever. And that's why like a lot of people feel some type of way that they feel. You don't have no right to tell anybody that they're not the right type of minority for the job. So whoever said that, you automatically know that they racist. You automatically know that those guys right there don't want anything to do with the Asian community. Much less could care less about the African American community. I mean, it goes on in the NBA now. I'm not saying it goes on to that extent in the NBA, but let's just call it what it is. Like in terms of you know a lot of black coaches that have been discriminated against and everything, and a lot of other coaches that are of different races being discriminated against. That type of shit is being swept up under the rug. It's being swept up under the rug. So I had to bring this to everybody to let them know, let me know how you feel about it. Because to be honest with you, I'm disgusted by the situation. I love all races, man. I don't care black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with the racist stuff. And that wasn't discrimination to me. That's just straight racism. That's racism. Let's just call it what it is. And the NFL, shame on you. Now look, I know a lot of people don't really mess with the NFL like that. They feel like the shield was kind of messed up, especially what they did in terms of the Colin Kaepernick situation. I definitely get that. I still watch the NFL, and I still report on the NFL. I still talk about various topics and stuff. But see, this right here, I don't like telling people about stuff like this. It's something that it makes me sick to my stomach. But we have to we have to put in perspective what type of society that we living in right now. That's like you going to a job and you trying to get a job. You trying to prove your self worth, how valuable of an asset that you can be to a particular company. And then next thing you know, they hire somebody else of a different race, of different descent, and they tell you that you flat out not the right minority. Who cares? Who care, man? Listen, a mind is a mind. I don't care what color you is. So shame on you, NFL. And if I'm Roger Goodell, I'm gonna do something about this. Roger Goodell, you got to do something about this. You have to speak on this. You've already pretty much caused a whole lot of hell and heartache for a lot of people with a lot of the stuff that you've been doing. I don't like Roger Goodell. I think that he's not a good commissioner. And me personally, I think there needs to be a change because more stuff like this is going to continue to happen. More stuff like this is going to continue to happen. So I put the link uh, in the description so y'all can definitely take a look at it. And if you want to come in and you want to voice your opinion on this, that's fine. I'll give y'all a few. And if not, I'll go ahead and I'll shut it down because I got some more stuff that we definitely need to talk about. I want to know how some people feel about this. You know, the NFL, the NFL to me, a lot of people that I talked to have told me, they don't mess with the NFL. They don't watch it no more. And it was because of the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. And look, I don't look. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this shit right here too. With the Colin Kaepernick situation, I do like I slice everything down the middle. I slice this down the middle too. Listen, I understand about what Colin Kaepernick did. Yeah, it was brave. It was honorable. It was all of that. It was courageous, and he definitely took a stance and everything. Where I parted ways with Colin Kaepernick is when he started doing it more and more, and then it led to his job demise. It led to him being blackballed, and more importantly, I was like, why weren't you doing that? Beforehand. You should have been doing that. Beforehand and everything. And that's not a listen. That's not on no coon shit. That's just like that's just being smart about what you do. And if you really didn't like the NFL and you really didn't want to be there, you didn't like what they were doing, or you didn't like what was going on in terms of social justice, man, go ahead and do that stuff outside of there. You know, and protest your right outside of there and everything. But don't mess up your bag and everything. But he felt that way. People supported him. Hey, that's what he did. That was his decision. But this isn't about Colin Kaepernick. Okay, this isn't about Colin Kaepernick. What this is about Eugene Chung and how he was discriminated against, and how he is an Asian American, and much like all types of Asian Americans, you hit the like and hit the sub as you come on in. Um, a lot of Asian Americans are experiencing discrimination right now. Because of what is taking place with the whole situation that's going on in the world. I'm not going to say the name. You know, and I got a guy. Salute to you, Red Pill. Go ahead and come on in, man. Uh, I got Red Pill right now.
Hey Sam, what's
Red
up?
Pill. Good morning to you, man.
Hey,
Salute
good
to you.
morning, man.
I know you got something to say on this. I'm gonna go ahead. For those of y'all don't know, Red Pill, my brother. I don't mind. You don't mind if I say this, do you, Red Pill? Red Pill
Yeah,
has said before that he's an Asian American, and I fucks with
yes,
Red
sir.
Pill. Red
Yep,
Pill, Red Pill played ball. Red Pill knows his sports information,
yes.
and Red Pill got a lot of knowledge or whatever. And I messed with Red Pill. So, Red Pill, man, how do you feel about this situation? I'm gonna go ahead and let you cook on this.
I don't watch the like just um NFL and stuff, but could you like elaborate like on the situation and stuff?
Hold on. Okay, Red Pill. See what's going on.
Okay,
What's going on is okay. Eugene Chung. He's
Eugene
a
Chung. Okay.
he was a he was an Asian American not only player. He had a very brief NFL career. Okay,
Okay.
he played from like 1992 to 97, and then he went on to be a coach. He was a former coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, Chung, former coach Chung, is an Asian American. And when he had tried to go get interviewed for a position, they told him that he wasn't the right minority for the job.
Oh wow.
And now he's telling the NFL about it, how he was discriminated against. To me, that wasn't discrimination, Red Pill. That was straight out, flat out racism.
Yeah.
That's flat out racism. That ain't no discrimination.
Now that's flat out racism, man. Wow, that's crazy.
So how do you feel about that? Somebody comes, hey, Red Pill, I come in here. Let's say you come in, right, and you say, hey,
Yeah.
Polo, you tell me flat out, I'm Asian American, and then I'll be like, you know what, man, listen, man, I mess with other races, but I don't mess with you, Red Pill. So you could go ahead and get off
Yeah.
the stream.
Wow,
You
that's
see
crazy.
right there, that's
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah, that's
That ain't no
racist.
discrimination, and that's what happened. So tell me how you feel about that, man.
All right. My opinion on this situation and stuff is that it's just just really sad to see and stuff, how like just Asian Americans are treated and like just all like aspects of life, especially like in the sports, and also the workforce and stuff, especially just growing up and stuff as a Asian American and stuff. I was also discriminated against and stuff, harshly. I mean, like high school and stuff. Um, I was, I was the only like Asian American on my basketball team and stuff because my team was predominantly like just white, and yeah, I faced a lot of just racial bias. Like also I was called of like of like variety of derogatory terms and stuff like
That's fucked
chink
up,
and
man. That's fucked up, man.
chink and like squinty eyes and a bunch of other shit and stuff and a lot of those just kids on my team all they did was just judge me for my race and stuff and also they didn't like just how I played because as a minority and stuff I know that coaches and stuff are just very biased at the high school just level and stuff, so I had to separate myself and stuff with like just hard work and like work ethic I mean like just doing the small things like just just rebounding, playing defense just going like just all out and stuff and like just being like the rodman of the team and stuff, and I pissed off a lot of my teammates and stuff, and they were telling the coaches and stuff to not play me at all, but coach had to play me and stuff just because life is all about the hard work and like effort and stuff, and also I was a student like athlete too and stuff, and like I have to put like education first because education can also take you like a far way in life
Hey,
also,
hey,
and
hey, 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 red pill. Hey,
yeah,
listen, let me stop you there right second. You already know where I'm getting ready to go with this right now.
yeah,
You
man,
mentioned education. All right, let me stop you there. Let me put in perspective what goes on in some, well, at least I know in some Asian households. Okay,
okay,
listen, my best friend. Listen, one of my best friends, man. I swear to God. Matter of fact, I knew two guys. Listen, their parents said if you don't make it at minimum at A, at least an A, you are in trouble. Like
yeah,
they were so strict. Like you had to come on with A's. They used to get in trouble. My partner used to get in trouble for making B's on his report card.
really,
You hear
well,
me? Am I lying, Red Pill?
um,
Like,
I, I mean,
I don't
like,
know. I don't know how it went on with you, but I know at least in the one that I
well,
went to,
okay,
it was a requirement. It was a requirement that you did. I mean, not just good. You did great. And every single
yeah,
Asian that I've ever, I ain't never seen an Asian make less than a B anywhere. They was always, either valedictorian or,
oh wow,
you know what I'm saying, honor society or doing
yeah,
something scholastic, man. You know what I'm saying? And so
yeah,
I had to shed light on that real quick because you said education and stuff.
yeah,
One of my friends, man, he that's how it was in his household. At least his because on his black side, his father was real strict, but his mom was
okay.
like super A1 strict because his mom was Korean.
Oh, Korean? Oh, okay. I mean, like, okay, so with this situation and stuff you're referencing, it depends on the Asian family though, because for me and stuff, I was the opposite and stuff. My GPA and stuff, I finished out of high school with around 3.6 to 3.7, because I was taking a lot of like just AP classes, and
Right?
I
You
mean
see? Yeah. Hmm.
it kind of like, yeah, I mean like those just AP classes were hard and stuff, and I passed those classes with just A's and
Because
B's
you
and
in school
stuff.
right now. You in school right now.
I'm
You
in
you in
college right
school
now.
right now for. Yeah, so for something really hard, you know what I'm
Yeah, I'm a
saying?
bio
So
major and stuff. I mean,
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah, bio, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I like,
It
come
de-
on, man.
it depends on the family though, because for me and stuff, like
Uh huh.
I didn't like just have the family pressure and stuff. I was like more like just self, just um independent stuff, and my parents like just do your shit, and just at least just pass with like just A's and B's and like above a 3.5 at least. For me and stuff, I had like like just more of a leeway and like just high school and stuff, but like when it came to college, I was on my own and I had to I had to just work hard and stuff. I finished actually my freshman year and stuff with around 3.8 to 3.9 around there and stuff, so that's good and stuff. But like high school and stuff, I kind of like slacked off a bit, but I mean like every like just moment like I'm in like just your
Right.
lifetime stuff. It's a I mean it's a I mean like it's a learning experience and stuff. So yeah, I mean I know how it felt and stuff because I had a bunch of just Asian friends. They finished in just high school like a 4.8 or like a fucking 5.0, and like those dudes got no
Right.
personality at all. They got no personality. They have no social skills and
What?
stuff. But what separate them is their like their educational foundation. I mean, they're very smart and
What?
stuff.
Well, listen to this, Rep Hill. Listen to this.
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah,
this, man, and not to
yeah,
cut you off, man. But
yeah. It's
listen,
all good. Yeah, no
let
worries.
me tell you this. I'm not gonna fully disagree with you, but I will say this though. Like,
Yeah,
okay, most of the guys that were, and let's just call it what it is. The guy, the one,
yeah,
the two guys that I knew that were of Asian descent, they were pretty cool guys because they were on the varsity or whatnot, and they
oh yeah,
uh, they
that's what's
played
up.
sports and stuff, things of that nature, right? But then you had the other guy, few Asians that were in there that were real quiet, didn't really say nothing. Didn't really say nothing to nobody. They picked on one guy, but they uh, they learned not to pick with that guy because that guy knew what was it, Taekwondo, and
Yeah, he's a black belt.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did a move. Yeah, he did a move on a guy and ended up messing up this guy's jaw one time, and they didn't even mess with him. And the guy kept picking on him and stuff like that. And they
yeah,
said they didn't mess with him no more. And so uh, I say that to say this though, Red Pill. Like a lot of those guys that were quiet, didn't really say
yeah,
nothing to nobody, and were to themselves. Maybe even got picked on. Were considered nerds. Guess what they doing now? The doctors, the
yeah. That's
lawyers,
successful.
the
Yeah,
dentists. They're making money, making six figures. Some of them are millionaires. You wouldn't even know it. And so you really got to be
yeah,
careful about who you're talking to and who you say what you say to
yeah,
people and what
yeah.
race
Definitely.
that you're messing with. I also want to say this too. What I always respected about the Asian culture too is the fact that
Okay.
they the generation not they do things for generation. And
Yeah,
see, like for instance, if you go to like a store, uh, that's ran by Asian individual. Guess
yeah,
who's working in the back? They'll have their family
yeah.
that they're
Definitely.
working, and they'll be young too, and they'll be
First
training
generation.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first
they'll be
generation.
training
Yeah,
them, on what to do. Grooming them early, and and
yeah,
and, and that's what I respect about that. Look, and I'm gonna tell you like this too, Red Pill. Before I go ahead and continue and let you go,
yeah.
I'm
For
gonna say
sure.
this too. I'm gonna say this too. I I respect things about every single race, because to me, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to find the good and everything. If you always looking for the bad and always being negative, but
Yeah,
how can we come to one solid understanding and one common ground? That's what tears up the world apart. That's what makes people not even want to work with people. And like this situation right here. Oh, you're not the right minority for the job.
yeah,
You don't know what you just did. You just planted a seed, and now a lot of people, how do you don't know that a big percentage of the NFL might be of Asian descent, might be paying attention to that now because of what you did. Guess what? You just lost the audience.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, like with this scenario stuff, I mean, the NFL is really, just biased, and they're, yeah, like, they're like, just racially, like, discriminative, towards, like, just Asian Americans. I mean, like, the only, like, just NFL player that I have seen that was, like, of, like, just Asian descent, is it was, I mean, it was the guy on the Steelers. It was the Heinz Ward. The guy was Korean, I think,
Yeah,
African
huh?
American, right?
Right.
Heinz Ward. Yeah, because I used to watch the football, like that was like back in the day and stuff. But I stopped just watching and stuff because I didn't have the free time and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, like, it's sad to see and stuff, and same with the, like, just NBA and stuff. I mean, like, there's only like two Asian Americans in the, like,
Right. Yeah, because
NBA right now.
we were talking about Yee. We were talking about Yee.
Eugene Lin.
Yeah, Wong. I used to like him. I like Wong. Hey, I know everybody like Yao Ming. I like Yao Ming too, but
Yeah,
I
me.
I used Yao Ming, boy. Yao Ming, that was my guy. But and you see, and I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about that in just a second. But what's it called? Wong Juju. That was
Wow.
my guy. But man, I don't know if you knew about Wong Juju and that situation. What happened with that situation?
I don't really know who he is. Wong Juju
Yeah,
is.
he didn't even last that long, but man, when he was in there, man, he used to light it up. He had a good 3 point shot. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't
Yeah.
no star. He wasn't like like at that type of status. But I knew about him because when you play, I played the little video games and stuff like that, and his ratings was real good on 3 point. I was like, yo, I'm gonna continue to use this
Yeah. Yeah.
motherfucker
Yeah.
right here. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like every time I
Yeah.
see him, I cheer him on. But
Yeah.
I guess there was a situation that happened with the Republic, with China, something like that, and he had to end up going back so that's why I wanted to know if you knew about that situation because
Uh, I didn't know the
I
situation. Yeah. Oh, is it
yeah,
Wong GG, right?
yeah,
Wong
Juan
GG.
Juju,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I just searched it
Juan,
up right now, and he said it said that he used to play for the Mavs, the Clippers, and the Heat.
yeah,
And
yeah, Juan.
it seems like is it seems like the guy was a floor spacer because his 3 point percentage was high. So I could tell the guy was a floor spacer. The guy was shooting 40% from the 3 point line. So that's
Yeah, he
yeah.
could shoot. He could
He could
light them up, and I was like, I wonder what happened to that guy because and see when we talk about somebody like Yao Ming, I followed Yao Ming since he came in because I was fascinated. I was fascinated how not only how Charlie, I had never seen a Asian cat that tall. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, like I mean, this dude is a giant or whatever. And he came into the league, and he at first, people were like, man, what is this guy doing in here? Da 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 da. I said, watch, this guy gonna be good because I had an opportunity to look at his documentary. They interviewed him, and one thing that you knew about him, in the time that he spoke very little English, was that he was all about his family. He came from a generation of work ethic. His mom and his dad was very hard working, and he had a good family background and everything. And more importantly, he was all about his community and how he gave back. And I said, yo, this guy right here, he's a humble guy, and he's gonna win in the end. And sure enough, like they showed Yao Ming like late at night, one night, just putting in that work in terms of him working on his craft and developing and stuff. I said, and everybody was like, "Oh no, Yao Ming ain't gonna be nothing." I said, "Y'all better watch out, man. You got to realize who he was around. He was around guys like Hakeem Olajuwon. I said, watch, he's gonna be great." And sure enough, he at one time he was when he was playing Red Pill,
Yeah,
he was like he was even more skilled than Shaq. He was
yeah.
more skilled when he was really playing before the injuries and stuff like that. He was the best big man in the league at one point.
Hit the mid range shot. That was nasty. The mid range
And
shot like helped this game alive,
yeah,
especially.
for his size and I used to use him when like I said, I play like I said, I would mess with the video games and stuff like that. I
2K10,
would use him.
2K10.
He had that touch, and people dunked on him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, everybody gets dunked on in the league.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody gets dunked on. So if you tripping about this person getting dunked on or that person getting dunked on,
yeah, definitely.
hell, I got dunked on when I was playing. I got
Okay,
dunked on, but I'm not gonna sit there and just not challenge the shot. But see,
how about it? Yeah,
yeah, that's why I mess with you too, Red Pill. You always talk about defense. As a defender, man, if you drawing a charge and you going up against
yeah,
a high fly or something like that, man, you liable to get dunked on. But guess what? They gonna call an offensive foul.
yeah,
But the crowd gonna go crazy because you got dunked on or something like that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Not realizing, okay,
yeah,
that's an offensive foul. So it's just things like that. But yeah, I mean, man, I definitely respected him, man.
yeah,
He
definitely.
should he definitely deserved the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Ben Wallace too.
Yep, Ben
Shout out to
Wallace,
Ben Wallace. Yeah.
Chris Webber.
Oh, Chris Webber. Okay.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Webber. Tony Kukoc is in there. I don't. To me, Tony Kukoc, he got in there because of his European, his Croatian background.
Yeah. Yeah. Those Chicago Bulls days were crazy back in the day. I used to watch film and stuff on them, and that triangle, just offense was just just spot on. I mean,
Yeah,
e- everybody they played their role and stuff. In the triangle stuff. I mean, like just Rodman like he was an animal at like 36 years old. The guy was the
yeah,
most like just
he was in
conditioned
phenomenal
guy on the
shape.
court. I don't know like how much like freaking shape that guy was in, but but oh my god, the guy was grabbing like 15 rebounds a game at like 36 years old. I'm just like, man, that's crazy.
That is crazy. And you know what? And you know what too?
Yeah,
Red Pill. A lot of people they'll look at that like back in the days. I'm guilty of it too. I'm talking about before I really started to understand Rodman. I would look at it, I'd be like, how come he don't have hardly any points, but he got 20? This dude got 26 rebounds. This dude got like 5 blocks. This dude got like 2 steals. Uh, he's just filling up the stat sheet, man.
yeah. Um, I mean,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, for
and I
sure.
thought it was amazing. Now you look at that, you look at like, dang, I need somebody like that on my squad. I want somebody like that on my squad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, the guy was in, like, just hella shape. He was, I think, like, just, Rodman was, like, at least 6'5" to 6'6" with, like, shoes on. So that's the crazy thing also. Like, I mean, the guy was, just out rebounding, like, guys that are, like, just taller than him by at least 4 to 6 inches around there, and like what he just what he did and stuff was just crazy. I mean, the guy used to tip the ball to himself. I mean, like the guy was like agitated too. I mean, the guy used to piss off,
And
Carl
now that we
Malone. Yeah.
talking about Rodman, Red Pill, I'm let's attack this situation right here
Yeah,
because a
definitely.
lot of people. I don't know if you remember. Now you a Dennis Rodman fan.
Of course.
You know what Dennis Rodman did by him going to Korea. A
Yeah.
lot. He took a lot of heat for that. He took a lot of heat for that. But I kept telling people he's trying to do this. He's trying to do this for a good cause. He doing this. He doing this because he wants to bridge the gap, through sports. And
Yeah.
everybody and their mama Red Pill was
Yeah.
down in Rodman. They were telling them, man, what's wrong with you and stuff like that because of the situation that was going on
Yeah.
between Korea and
And
how
oh
they
yeah, the
felt.
US. Yeah, the
Yeah,
US.
how they felt about him and stuff like that. What you think about that situation? Because I was in support of Rodman, and everybody and their mom was like, "Man, what's wrong with you? Are you crazy?" Da
Um
da 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 da. I was like, "No," because he's trying to make more. He's not trying to make no more enemies. You know what I'm
w-
saying?
yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, Red Pill.
I'm not drink. Okay, so with that the situation and stuff, I'm not trying to be like just political and stuff, but like like during the just Obama administration and stuff for his first 2 terms and stuff, I noticed that American stuff had just bad terms with just North Korean stuff, and when Rodman just went over there and stuff under the Trump administration, I think like his just main perspective and stuff was to just I mean just develop how do I say this the the peace and stuff, and also the foreign just relations with um the US and just
Right.
North and just South Korean stuff. So yeah, I mean I'm in support just Rodman for that. I mean that just North Korea and South Korea just hate each other, so just him doing that and stuff will establish the peace and stuff, just between the countries and stuff, and
Right.
just also the United Nations and stuff. So yeah, that's how I see it though. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Be- because listen, I've had friends that I know that have went to they played in China. I had uh, two guys that played in Korea, and when
Yeah.
they went over there, you know, those guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, Red Pill. Those guys, they still went, but they were don't get it twisted. Now they were fearful. They were fearful because of what might take place in terms of, okay, I'm just an average American, right?
Yeah.
I'm just an average American. I'm just here to play a sport. But those guys, some of those guys that are out there, they don't see it that way. They're like, okay, you are on our turf. You're eating our food. You
Yeah.
you're you know and to me, you shouldn't really think that way, but it's sad that people do because some people, Americans think like that. Some Americans think like that too. Oh, you're on our soil. Yeah, you're eating our field. I mean, you're eating
Yeah.
our food. You're
Yeah.
using our field and all that other stuff. But I don't see it that way. This is supposed to be the quote unquote, and I do say quote unquote, red pill, the land of opportunity, which we all know. that that's not true, and this is supposed to be a freedom, all about freedom and liberty and all that other jazz, which is not true. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And this is supposed to be the United States of America, which we all know that this is the United Snakes of America. You
yeah,
know,
definitely.
and
Yeah,
so, but that's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, but Red Pill, man, I definitely, I am definitely disgusted by what took place, man, and I'm glad you chimed in.
yeah, for sure.
To shed light, on that, because I think a lot of people need to understand. We got so many closed-minded people
Yeah,
uh, in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Even amongst YouTube. I mean, even
yeah,
amongst YouTube, you got a lot of closed-minded people, man, that you have a conversation with them. Oh, just because you of a different culture, or you do this different, or you do that different.
yeah,
Oh, they don't want to have anything to do with you, or they rather not talk to you or anything like that. And to
yeah,
me, I'm open minded here. One thing with this channel, smash the like and hit the sub. As you come on in. One thing about this channel, hey, we don't discriminate on nothing. Salute to you, Blackface Sports. Hey, listen, man, Blackface Sports, man. I did not know that was you, brother. I did not know that was you, man. I think you changed. You might have changed your title or something. Shout out to Blackface Sports TV too. If you're not sub to his channel, go sub to that brother's channel. He brings a lot of great content. Definitely a good sports mind and everything. And I think he's a Lakers fan, which we're about to talk about your Lakers. Yeah, yeah, just like
uh,
Red Pill. Yeah, I'm gonna get on you. Now, yeah, I was going to. Yeah, don't even try it. I was getting ready to talk about your Lakers
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
I was. Uh huh.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
look. What is going to happen? It is a must win tonight. What's going to
Yeah.
happen? Go ahead and cook. You got the floor.
My my like opinion stuff on like the flaws with the Lakers and stuff is that Drummond in my opinion he doesn't really just help the Lakers in my opinion. It's just he really clogs the floor like for just Anthony Davis and stuff, and I prefer to just have just Marcus All starting over Drummond in my opinion. I'm just because he just spaces the floor, with the 3 point shot, his just high IQ and his passing skill set also, and also his his positional defense and stuff, which Andre Drummond just lacks a lot. And also with Dennis Schroeder and stuff. I'm not a fan of his game. I wish we never traded for that dude, but the problem is, we gotta just work with what we have. I mean, Schroeder's not that guy, honestly. I'm glad he turned out that just contract and stuff, the 4 year just $84 million contract and stuff. He's not that guy, honestly. He's not like your typical, just pass first point guard and stuff. I prefer that we have a guy like TJ McConnell or just Kyle just Lowry to run the offense. In my opinion, I'm not. I'm not too high on Schroeder and stuff, but for the Lakers to just win tonight and stuff, we need to just play better defense, and also we need to get Drummond just out the game, and just give more time to just Marcus Saul and just Alex Caruso also, because I rather just have him start over Schroeder. I'm just because he gives like you know I mean the guy is just a hard worker and stuff. The guy's just high IQ. He plays great defense. The guy's just unselfish, and also the guy can just hit the just open 3 point shot. And Schroeder's he wants to get paid, and the guy's just selfish in general. So I wish we never signed him or just traded for him. And I wish we kept just Rondo and like just Howard. I would be fine with like just like just getting like just getting McGee to leave and like just getting like just Marcus Gasol, like just Montrezl Harrell,
So
and yeah,
okay, Red Pill. Let me
yeah,
stop you
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Let,
yeah,
let me stop right there because okay, look,
yeah.
I'm in agreement with what you're saying in terms of Schroeder. Now, in the beginning, I didn't really feel that way. I didn't feel that way about Schroeder. I actually thought that it was a decent pickup. Now, I didn't like the fact that Rondo left. And let me read his comment. He said, yes, Martin needs more minutes. Now,
Yeah,
okay, look, I'm going to touch on that. I was getting ready to touch on that, but let me go ahead and touch on that right now. Hey,
yeah.
Blackface, you're exactly right. Um, this is my thing about the whole situation. Now, yesterday I did do a stream, and the stream was about AD and his health.
Okay,
He's clearly not
he's not the same.
100%. It had
Yeah,
nothing to do with his talent. It has nothing to do with his skills diminishing. It has nothing to do with him being over the hill or any of that stuff. The fact is that AD is injury prone, and he don't need to be playing. Now, do you think that they should move in Mark Gasol and maybe bring Drummond off the bench? How you see that situation working, Red Pill? Because I really, me personally, I don't want AD playing. And this is
oh
another thing
wow,
too, Red
okay,
Pill. A lot, Red Pill and Blackface.
yeah,
What y'all don't know, go look at the stats. With the exception of this year and the last year, AD has never shot under 50% from the field. Let that sink in. And the
wow.
reason why I bring that up is because in the Golden State game,
He got locked down by Draymond. He got locked down. He got clamped
he
by Draymond Green.
he in that game, he shot 3 for 15 at one point. That AD don't never shoot like that.
Yeah,
AD don't never shoot like that. Yeah, yeah, Blackface. And me and Blackface, we we had a little debate on
yeah.
on Hitman show.
Okay. Yeah. So with that, like just Anthony Davis, uh, uh, situation and stuff. I personally don't think the guy's 100%. I feel like the guy's just over like exerting and stuff. I feel like at this point of right now, from what I'm looking, he's probably like just 85 to 90%. Um, it's just like I feel like just 80. He does not pan out with Drummond, in my opinion. I like Drummond and stuff. I remember just watching his just rebounding techniques and stuff to like just help me in like just high school and stuff. But I feel like just Drummond's like just fucking like stats and stuff
Uh,
were just just like
Look,
just inflated in my opinion though. I thought it was
I
just inflated. I'm just because the guy was on the trash ass teams. I mean like in my opinion I feel like just I wish like we signed like just Gorgie Dang instead of Drummond, in my opinion, because I like Gorgie Dang. The guy's a good floor spacer, and the guy's decent, like defender and stuff. So yeah, that's my opinion on it, Polo.
well, this is my thing about that,
Yeah,
um, Red Pill,
yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you like this: like if the Lakers got a shot, it would be because they ran small ball. I
yeah,
mean, listen, I know people they're gonna say, what about Aiden and all this? Look, they gotta find a way to keep up with the speed of Phoenix because Phoenix is Phoenix made y'all look old. Let's just call it what it
yeah.
is.
That's true.
Phoenix,
Yeah,
and I'm seriously, and it's not old in the sense like, oh, just because of just father time. It y'all, they look old because they're beat up. They look old and wore down because of the injuries that took place and stuff. We got to remember LeBron's not even 100%. Like, yes, make no mistake about it. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, he got talent and everything, but if you got talent but you're not 100%, man, that's not really, it's not gonna add up, because you sitting there and you overcompensating. Not only are you overcompensating, you sitting there fighting injury, and when you're fighting injury, you trying to play good, and you got this crowd up in there with these expectations, acting like you a robot when you clearly you are a human being.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, I feel like, like with the Lakers and stuff, it's just like, they pretty much this year. I don't want to say this to hurt the Lakers fan out there, like, all the Lakers fan out there and stuff, but this year and stuff, it's just been a tough year and stuff with, just injuries. And also, like, I mean, it seems like this year we do not have a identity, because, just last year and stuff, we had a, like,
That's
just
facts right
identity.
there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Lakers fans, they don't want to hear this and stuff, but I mean, like, it's the truth actually, because just
Nah,
last
tell it,
year's
man. Hey, you gotta
last
be real, man.
yeah,
Hey, you a hardcore Lakers fan, Red Pill. And one
yeah,
thing I know about y'all are brutally honest. Hey, I don't, shout out to Ticket TV. If you've been on that stream and you've been on
oh
that
no, I
channel,
haven't, I haven't,
Lakers fans be going at it like they
yeah,
absolutely hate each other, but it's really all love. It's because y'all want to win so damn bad.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I'll say this: a lot of the bias, just Laker fans, they're very delusional and stuff, but like, only the small percentage are gonna state the truth and stuff. It's just like, with this year's team, our interior defense is just trash. I mean, Drummond's not a shot blocker. I mean, the guy's just at 80s and 90s, just big man and stuff. That's
That's
just
facts.
that.
That's definitely fact. That's what I was trying to tell. That's what I was trying to. Shout out to my homie Goat Mike. If you haven't sub
Okay,
to the
yeah,
channel. That's what I was trying to tell Goat, and somebody on Goat's channel too. Is that well? I don't think he wanted Drummond in, but I think there was somebody else that wanted Drummond to start and all this other stuff. And I was like, and they said that he's great on defense. I'm like, no, he's not.
no, he's overrated.
I mean, and somebody also said that he was the best rebounder in the league. No, that was at one point. At one point, he was the best rebounder in the league. But the best rebounder in the league right now is Clint Capella. He's
Yeah,
averaging 14 point. I think it's 14.3 rebounds per game. He's the
uh,
best. He's the best rebounder right now. So you got to put into context what you're saying. You're not getting the same
yeah,
Andre Drummond
that's true.
that was in Detroit a few years before that, when he was actually trying to get into decent shape. You get into Andre Drummond that bounced around. He went to Cleveland and everything, and then when he went to Cleveland, it really wasn't
Yeah,
it really wasn't working out for him like that.
yeah. I mean, like, I get your perspective and stuff with Drummond, but like, um th- like, just with, like, just him and stuff, I feel like the guy doesn't fit in my perspective with the Lakers culture. The problem is the guy is not. I mean, the guy's just, just. I mean, he's just slow. I mean, he's not like the Dwight Howard or, JaVale McGee and stuff. Just athletic, just long and stuff. The guy has, just small, like, arms and stuff for, like, a 6'10" dude, and, like, all he does. I mean, like, I feel like, his, just stats on, just Detroit and stuff were, like, just overrated. Just like, because he was, just playing on a semi, just subpar team and stuff. Because the best player, like, that played with, just Drummond and stuff on that team was, just Blake Griffin, but, that was a washed up, just Blake Griffin and stuff. So that's how the I'll,
Well,
yeah, yeah, but I mean, like,
well, he had Colin. He did play with Colin. He played with Colin Sexton, and he also played with
Darren Allen,
what's his name?
Kevin Love,
No, I had Fro and played with Brooklyn.
Jared Allen,
Jared Allen, yeah, Jared Allen. I was about to say Al Jefferson, but you
Al
probably be like, what
Jefferson.
the fuck? But yeah, I'll talk about yeah, Jared Allen. He was over there in Cleveland, and I thought Cleveland really had a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they beat Brooklyn, but that was Brooklyn, like at the beginning of the season, trying to get things
Yeah,
together and stuff like that. But oh yeah, TJ. I mean, I'm sorry about that. Blackface. Yeah, I'm reading his comment. He said, yes, but they need to be objective. Laker fans
yeah,
are realistic. Yes, y'all are very realistic. Y'all have realistic
yeah,
expectations. Hey, I respect the hell out of the Lakers. Man, listen, the way that Lakers fans think is championship or bust. It's a complete failure. When Kobe
yeah,
played,
yeah,
when Kobe played, it was
yeah,
either championship or bust.
yeah,
It wasn't none of this. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, we made it to the playoffs, and no, he was trying to win championship.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, like what I said about Drummond and stuff. He does not fit the modern, just era for, like, the, like, this this the the center stuff. It's just like, the guy's too slow. The guy, just like, just relies on, just being, just big and stuff. In my opinion, if Drummond wants to stay in this league, he has to, just work on his post moves. He has to, just work on a nice, just mid range shot, and also he might need to cut down weight to at least maybe 240 to 250
Oh,
around
really?
there. In my opinion, though, that, like, just weight is, just holding him back. In my opinion, I feel like, if he was at least 240, the guy would be, just more like, just mobile and stuff on the pick and roll, defense and stuff. The problem is, the guy doesn't have the awareness and stuff on defense, and the, like, just IQ also. And yeah, I mean, like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm not like a fan of drum and stuff. I like
I
what I
know you
said.
sound like you're not, man.
The only, like, just act was just the, like, just okay. The only, like, just acquisition I'm a fan of it, like, from, this last, like, off season was,
Well, let
just
me ask you this, Red Pill. Let me ask you
yeah,
this:
go,
who
yeah,
do you
go.
think was your best? Who do you and also Blackface? You could also chime in on this too, man. Who do
Okay,
y'all think was your best pickup in the off season?
Montrezl Harrell, Montrezl Harrell, and
Okay, so you think
West.
Montrez was your best acquisition?
Um, I like, just Montrezl Harrell and stuff because, he gives 10%, just effort and stuff. The problem is the guy's a liability on defense, in my opinion. But like, like, with the Lakers and stuff, we have, just different defensive
You know what?
schemes.
You
Yeah,
know what, Red Pill and
yeah,
Blackface. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
yeah.
And based on what I seen last night, I
Yeah.
think who won in the offseason, it was Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yeah, they definitely won the offseason.
I think Milwaukee absolutely won in the offseason because they picked up Forbes, who was lights out yesterday. They picked up PJ Tucker, who made a good contribution. They got Drew Holiday, and
Bobby
they
Portis is an underrated pickup too, Polo. Bobby
huh?
Portis was an underrated pickup.
Yeah,
Bobby
yeah,
Portis.
Forbes, yeah.
Bobby Portis. I mean, he's got.
That
Hey,
dude, man, that dude, you know who he was because y'all played him several times a year against the Spurs, man.
oh, Forbes. Oh yeah, the shooting guard, right? The shooting guard, right? Oh, that dude's nice. Yeah, but that one acquisition of PJ Tucker was really underrated, and that was a smooth, just smooth, like just move right there. I like PJ Tucker. The guy can guard the 2 through 5 in my opinion. He has a nice corner shot and like that man hustles his ass off. He and that man hustles his ass off and that's gonna help them, down the stretch in the playoffs. But like like for that Bucks and Heat series, I still got the Heat like just winning in 6 or 7, but it's gonna be tough now because the Bucks have 2 games on there right now, so it's gonna be really tough, Polo. But I like the Heat and stuff. Just because of their like just defensive schemes. Like they have that just match up 2-3 zone defense that actually just works and stuff. The problem is it's not working right now because Drew Holiday's cooking the Heat right now. They figured him out, and like the Heat's just offense. I mean, it's not the same anymore. Just because the downfall of Tyler Hero. I guess we're gonna call him Bubble Hero. We're gonna call him Bubble Hero, but like
Hold on one sec, Red Pill. Let me address this comment. Milwaukee
yeah,
did an excellent job this offseason. I agree
definitely,
totally. Yeah, that's fact. That's what I was just saying, Blackface. And Milwaukee in 6.
uh,
Yeah, I think Milwaukee could actually potentially sweep them. I think they can
yeah,
sweep Miami. Miami looks they got exposed last night way more than they did. They didn't really get exposed in that first game, but I felt like there was some loose ends or whatever that Milwaukee was actually gonna
yeah,
figure out. But last night, man, they were clicking on all cylinders, and plus their defense. I mean, that defense was amazing. Now Giannis is able to play more freely, man, and he got a lot of guys that can do
shit,
that really do that dirty work. You talk about PJ Tucker, like you just said. You got Drew Holiday or whatever. That's another scorer. You got Forbes or whatever, man. Lights out that could get you buckets. He's still kind
yeah,
of out of control, just a little bit when he was with the Spurs, but nevertheless, I'll still take him
yeah,
because Ja Morant is out of control too. And
yeah,
speaking of Ja Morant too, also listen, man. Utah, man, Utah need Donovan Mitchell back. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to even try to make
yeah.
a push, because they're gonna give Memphis that confidence, and Memphis could end up winning. Don't doubt Ja. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, the Memphis team and stuff, I think they could get probably like 2 games on, like at least 2 games on the Jazz and stuff. But I still got the Jazz, just winning the series and stuff. But I would not, I'm not gonna sleep on the Memphis team. In my opinion, I'm just because they like have a identity and stuff, which is the old school grit and grind and stuff. I mean, like they have that shooting guard. I used to hate that dude when he was just playing against the Lakers, but like just when I watched his just highlights and stuff against just Steph Curry and just full court denying him stuff. I mean, I became a fan of him. I'm just like because of his aggression on the defensive end and also his like crazy shooting and stuff. And yeah, I mean, the Memphis team, I mean, they're pretty nice though. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like they gotta like just get more playoff experience and maybe get a third star. That'll probably help them out in the future. But yeah, I mean, like the Memphis team, they got a lot of size. I mean, they do just match up, just well with the Jazz, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just upset them because that front line of just Jaren Jackson and big JV. Um,
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas is low key nice. I'd rather have him over Drummond, honestly, man.
Yeah, he just
I
gotta he gotta stay out of foul trouble though.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, if that like upset happens, I wouldn't be surprised if the Memphis team could, just upset the Jazz. Because the problem is, like with the Jazz and stuff, their like offense is all about, just give and go, just screen and stuff. I mean, like their like, just offense is really like, it's predictable and stuff. And also, Gobert is not that. got in the playoffs because with the Memphis team, I know this from the highlights and stuff. They usually sag off him or just ice the screen and stuff. So yeah, I mean, go Bears. I mean, he's a liability on the just offensive end. All you have to do is just stop Bogdanovich because he's their main shooter, and also that Clarkson is their main guy, just off the bench. And
And I hated, I hated that. I hated the way they got. I hated the way they got rid of Clarkson like that. When he went to Cleveland
yeah,
and all that, man. Because I like Clarkson, man. And now that he with Utah, he done revitalized his career and everything. Because Clarkson was a really good scorer, man. And people didn't really see that, man. And he could really stretch the floor and get down the floor.
yeah, but with the Jazz team and stuff, it's just like I mean, like they're always good in the season. The problem is it's just like when it comes to the playoffs, they get just very just iffy in the playoffs. They get just nervous or something like that. I mean, like they're um the um the the sh- the shots don't go in the playoffs because you have to realize in the playoffs and stuff it becomes more just half court just oriented, and also defenses become more physical and tighten up, right?
Right.
But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Memphis team just beats the Jazz, because their offense is very predictable, and I feel like you can stop it. All you have to do is just force them to drive, and just make them take the long mid-range shots, and also just yeah. I mean, that's all pretty much. Yeah, that's all I have on
Yeah,
it.
well, man, they definitely got a shot. I think it was a fill out game more than anything. And salute to you, young man, for hopping in and everything. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. But I think that they have a shot. Listen, I'm nothing nothing is out of bounds today. Like me and Young, we witnessed this when Ja Morant knocked out Golden State, and we said anything
Mm.
can happen now. The NBA, they're gonna capitalize off of this. So something
Yeah,
happening, people getting steals at home, like Mavericks getting a steal in LA, Memphis getting that win in Utah, motherfucking Trey Young, who might be related to Sterling Young, I don't know, getting the motherfucking win in Madison Square Garden and talking to the motherfucking crowd. I mean, shit, it's a lot of fucking surprises and stuff, and I feel like, man, man, anything could go down. So when you say something like that, Red Pill, about the Jazz, I mean Memphis knocking off the Jazz, somebody would be like, "Oh, get out of here," and nothing like that. But now it's like, shit, anything could happen.
yeah. I mean, it's like the it's like the March Madness, because I remember, I think this was in high school and stuff. It was around 2015, 2016, around there. I remember
And young, hold on one second, Red Pill.
yeah.
Young, you could chime in too. Y'all could go ahead and cook. I'm gonna be just driving for just a little bit or whatever. But y'all go ahead and cook. You go ahead and y'all hold it down, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
give
for
me a
sure.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, salute, man. That was good, young. Hey, so I was saying stuff that I mean, upsets are just very possible and stuff. I mean, I feel like that Memphis team can beat the Jazz, but it's gonna be it's gonna be tough because the Jazz is just shooting and stuff, and just floor spacing. But yeah, I mean, just anything can just happen in this society and stuff. I mean, You know, I've seen like the March Madness where like the 16th seed beat the number one seed at like I'm in the first round and stuff, and and that really shows a lot of stuff that just anything can happen, right? I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna make breakfast.